I was feeling that tension. Like, the tension was, ooh. Okay, so the story picks up from where we left off. You see Yamanoi and Iwakura about to pop off at each other because they can't decide on what to do with old King of the Zombies right here. Well, Iwakura wants to kill him and throw him out, while Yamanoi wants to keep him and take him hostage and possibly study him. You know, the old smart guy, evil scientist type thing going on there. And so they're about to pop off, and they're just like, we can't agree with each other. And you just hear Maeda's like, no, we need to come up with a solution where none of us gets hurt, because we're not the enemy to each other. Our enemies are out there. So let's think of something where we can all agree with each other and get the hell out of here. Meanwhile, you have Shinpei is like, man, I don't know, let's just take him hostage. Then you have Yamanoi agree, why don't we just do that? Isn't that what you normally do anyway? And so, in the end, they come to the conclusion to take him hostage. Okay, so moving on, they get to the prison. They bring the guns back, and you're dealing with a high-level psychopath right here. Freaking, what's his name? Kiyoharu is a high-level psychopath. I mean, they're all kind of psychopathic in their own way, but he's way beyond the psychopathic level. So you have to tread lightly, and you have to really think about your decisions. Well, what I thought was really cool is they did, and Maeda really proved to be the logical one here. They gave him the guns, and they're about to leave, and then you see Kiyoharu say, "What's going on? Where the hell are the bullets?" Well, they thought about that, and Maeda makes a really good point. Hey, you sent us off to get those guns for you, and you didn't give us a car. So that pretty much tells us you didn't care if we lived or died. You gave us a death sentence. So who's to say that if we give you these guns and give you these bullets, you're just not going to shoot us and throw our bodies out and be done with us? So, no. I thought it was kind of a bad idea for Yoshika to tell Kiyoharu that, hey, it was all this guy's idea telling us about the whole bullets thing, about you possibly shooting us when we give you the guns and bullets. So we all agree to that. And I feel like the next panel, when you see his face and he's not saying anything, usually I think when you give a character panel time and they don't even say anything, they just give him this look, there's a reason for that. And I think possibly that Kiyoharu could have came to the conclusion that this kid, Maeda, apparently is really smart, and I could possibly use him in some way or in some manner. I feel like there's something, they know each other. Like, I feel like there's not something like, not like sexual tension or anything. I mean, I feel like they have a history each other in that prison. They proved to Kiyoharu that they're a strong enough group to survive out there in that world and go get weapons and guns, that Kiyoharu's probably not going to do anything. He's possibly all talk, and he's not gonna lay a finger on them. You see Kiyoharu like laugh. He's like, you got balls, that's for sure. Possibly he likes that. He likes guys that are, obviously they proved to them that they can survive out there in the world. And now you're gonna talk smart ass to me when you know I can kill you. I like that. Hello, psychopath. So, we got some unstableness going on there, and it's kind of like one of those things where you don't really know what he's going to do. Is he going to laugh, or is he going to stab you in the throat and shank you? You see that the group is now eating, and they're resting up, and you see that they got new jumpsuits, and you see that Yamanoi is like, he gives his explanation onto why they got jumpsuits from Kiyoharu in the first place. And everything, for me, because I didn't see this coming, I'm reading along, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they're good. And then you just see Shinpei try to feed his dead kid, and it just got so awkward. And I just thought it was really funny, because you just see everyone's like, how gross, and I don't think it's a good idea to have that kid eating with us. You know what? Having Shinpei's dead kid there eating with us, and then we also see that they stuck King of the Zombies in a cell. He can control, as we've seen before, he can control the zombies. So I'm thinking something's gonna happen, and the kid is gonna either attack them. He's gonna make the kid attack them or something, or attack inside of the cell, or he's gonna do something. Because I feel like what other purpose would they have the kid inside, or would the author put the kid with them, than to not be controlled or do something? Now, of course, our heroes cannot get a moment's rest of peace. They're over here eating their food, minding their own business, and here comes the rest of the cellmates coming because they're obviously jealous that they're eating and enjoying themselves, and they decide to jump them. So they get attacked, and they decide to attack Shinpei's kid. And, you know, Shinpei is, like, all upset, you know, about him. And his kid is, like, trying to move around and stuff. And they're mad, like, they have him in here. Like, what is this monster doing in here? What I thought was so, like, let's just say, Yoshika, he does not play. He went to that guy and bit his freaking ear off. And not only did he bite his ear off, he was rolling it around in his mouth. And then he spit his ear out. Oh my god. Iwakura's like, he's kind of like that pet that you have that seems really nice and, you know, is cute and it can get along with you. But then when you, like, annoy him or when you piss him off, he bites you. Pun intended, he literally bites you. You know, and I like that about him. He's like that leader, that unpredictableness about him. Going for the hug and then to go for the kill. That is just pure awesomeness. So you got Yoshika biting people's ear off, and you got Iwakura with his madman strength, and then you got Yamanoi with stabbing people in the eyeballs with chopsticks and pretending like nothing happened. Speaking of Iwakura, you don't want to mess with him either. Those two guys, he has such a, like, wicked sense of humor, and I mean that in a good way, because yeah, he wanted to kill those two guys who attacked him before, and he said, I promise I saved 2 bullets for you. But yeah, if he did that, that would just cause more problems. So he just scared them a bit and said, watch yourself, homeboy, because next time it'll be for real. And I was like, boom, in your face. Do you see this? Do you see this level of psychopathicness here that's being displayed? I mean, you kind of have to be that way. You have to be that hardcore when you're in a prison and you got zombies outside in the world and you got people trying to attack you when you're trying to eat. I mean, what are you supposed to do? All you can do is just stab people with some chopsticks. Obviously, the guys are outnumbered, and eventually they're gonna be taken down. They can't hold them all off. Well, we then see that King of the Zombies here, he chews off the duct tape, and it's foreshadowed, or it's alluded that he says something. So as Maeda is about to be stabbed, you just see the guy kind of jerk, and his heart is out. And I'm thinking, so King of the Zombies has ordered Rickman to help him, or help them. Or what he could have did is he could have sensed the nearest zombie nearby him and ordered him to, like, kind of attack or go crazy and just possibly kill everything in sight and then come and release him from the cage. He probably didn't order him or the kid to save them, but more like to save himself. That guy just happened to be in the closest vicinity of his attack. And talk about major cliffhanger, because I feel like in the next chapter we'll see where the king, or the King of the Zombies, where his stance is on how he feels for them. Because we've seen that he's taken an interest, or he knows Maeda. So is he going to help them? Did he get the kid to attack them to help him, or did he get the kid to attack them to set himself free or help him out? Because it seems like the king is kind of useless, except for his whole frog blow-up thing he has. I like to call it the frog blow-up scream. I don't know. But yeah, very interesting chapter. We see that obviously the zombies are not their only problem. Of course you got crazy people in a prison who are going to want to attack you for some food, and there's no moment's rest of peace. And then we're going to see where the king stands, and there's just a lot of conflict everywhere, and it's just seeing how these characters are going to be able to hold up against all this conflict and what they're going to do. And really, you got the king there and you got the kid here. Who's to say the king doesn't summon more of the outside zombies to come and get him out? And then where else are they gonna go? So yeah, great chapter. Loved it, and I can't wait. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.